Dear students, hope you're doing fine. We will be working on practicum for plosive and short vowel sound self-study guide number 14. This is the end of unit 3 that this will be pretty much like a practice exercise. The practice exercise, it will be based on this reading that we have here on plosive and short vowel sounds. Okay, that will be the main intention of this self-study guide number 14. Besides the reading, there are 3 exercises. One of them is after you read the story, you are going to look for words that are pronounced with plosive sounds p, b, t, d, k, g, and short vowels e, u, e, a, e. For sound p, for example, you're going to give me 5 examples. For ch sound, you're gonna give me 5 examples, and so on. Okay, with every sound symbol, you're gonna give me 5 words as example where these sounds are used. Okay, and exercise number 2 is an oral practice. Here you're gonna practice the reading, basically the first paragraph, and you're gonna practice aloud. That means that you are hearing your voice. It's not reading in silent, it's reading but you hear yourself. And you are going to send me an audio. This audio will be 10 points for your grades. Okay, and you have to send me the audio to the WhatsApp group, the phonetic WhatsApp group. Don't send the audio, send your audio to the phonetic WhatsApp group, please. So that's exercise 2. Exercise 3 is in order to practice, this plosive sound, you're going to read aloud the following pairs of words, paying special attention to the consonant sound contrast. So you have the sound p in contrast with sound b. The same with the sound t in contrast with the sound d. And then the k sound in contrast with the g sound. Okay, so we will do that. I will read them and you also need to practice them. Okay, so you master the sounds of plosive sounds. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna read the reading. Okay, so you can listen the reading and then you can practice on your own. Okay, so the name of the reading is A Day in the Life, taken from www.agrotourismidea.com. Okay, here we go. Ross and Becky woke up that Saturday morning with one thing in their mind. It was fall in the Northeast and it was time to enjoy all that fall had to offer. They lived in Manhattan and fall was evident. This day for a long time, they were headed out of the city into the country to a little place called Countryside Farm. They wanted to pick a pumpkin, go on a hayride, and experience at They were even more excited. They were up by 6, dressed and waiting downstairs by the time their parents' alarm had even gone off. For them, every part of today was new. They had never picked pumpkin, never been on a hayride, and had never really been on a farm. They were about to make some very important memories and experience things they had only heard about from friends or read about in books. The trip was exciting and unbearable at the same time. 2.5 hours of driving was an eternity, but more so because it prolonged the wait. After about an hour, the adventure began to take shape. Ross and Becky smiled, and they watched their children take notice of the world around them. Phones and electronics were off limits, so that their day would be distraction-free. So, the creation right outside their window was hard to miss. Traffic became light and less chaotic. Buildings were replaced by large, towering and colorful trees. It was the peak of the season for color, so they came at the perfect time. The usual crowd of people were nowhere to be seen. Instead, there was the occasional person out mowing their lawn or tending to the garden. Deer were still in the field and seemed to outnumber the people. Yet so familiar. Ross and Becky wondered if they would ever be able to get their kids back to the city. Their destination was only a few exits away, and the Simons family had already built some lasting memories. When they exited the highway, the large welcoming sign was hard to miss. Countryside Farm, 3 miles. Was easy to make out. A large smiling farmer figure pointed the right direction to go. For the next couple turns, the friendly farmer continued to point the way, until they could finally see a large red barn off in the distance. Their drive to arrive just after opening, and cars were already in the parking lot. As they turned into the entrance, the kids cheered. The long-anticipated day had arrived. The expectation level was high because in many ways they had already lived this day in their minds. What they noticed first surprised them and will set the tone for the rest of their... Okay, after listening the reading, practice the... You are going to read and practice the first paragraph. And the first paragraph is what you are going to record in an audio and send it to me by the WhatsApp phonetic, and that is 10. Get the 10 points. Okay. Then remember exercise 1, you're going to choose words that are pronounced with the phonetic symbols that are here, and you're gonna give 5 examples for each sound. The oral explain, you're gonna practice the reading, the first paragraph, you're gonna record it and send your audio to the contrast in these words. So I start, listen. Cup, cub. Dapple, double. Muppet, muppet. Pan, ban. Peach, beach. Pen, ben. Pin, bin. Plead, bleed. Post, boast. Next, fade. Kilt, killed. Ladder, lather. metal, metal. Sat, sad. Time, dime, time. Next column. Ankle, angle. Back, bigger, bigger. Cap, gap. Clue, glue. Coat, goat. Crate, great. Decree, degree. Duck, dog. Okay, so listen this a couple times and practice them so you master, remember all these sounds that for the success. Don't forget that. Practice, practice, and more practice, and you will see that you will be speaking English with a good accent and very clear. You can do it, guys. You can do it. Okay? See you next week. Okay? Bye-bye.